Take two. This is the video for 9/11, and the title is 9/11 was a very negative turning point. I just finished watching a video of a Ron Paul interview. As I decided that was a good topic for this video, I realized tomorrow is the anniversary of 9/11. A new financial system was supposed to go into effect then, but of course it didn't. Instead, we simply got more of the same fraud our controllers have been imposing on humanity for a very long time. These devils are unwilling to do anything that would actually implement positive change. That would end their tyranny, their violation of free will, and their avoidance of common sense. The cabal has no common sense. Therefore, I say what I have been saying for some time. Unless the real God takes action, the human race is doomed. At some point, there must be an awakening, not only of humanity, but also of Prime Creator. I, for one, am sick and tired of the excuses. I had a conversation last evening in which it was recommended that I stop doing daily videos and maybe do 1 or 2 a week or 3, whatever, just I let go of the need to do a video every day. And of course, my response was, no, I'm not going to do that. As long as I have breath in me and the ability to do it, I'm going to make a video. Now, I was reminded that when I came out of the hospital, some of my videos were not very clear. True, they weren't. I was not very coherent, but the commitment to make a daily video went on, even if all of my resources and capacity was limited because of the drugs and the situation that I found myself in at that time. In any case, I continue to look at the world, and as I said, I had just finished watching the Ron Paul video, and he offered no hope. He sees only the same continuation of the same way of handling things, and that is to steal money, to print money out of thin air, to steal people's value. And he says they're going to do it again. They're going to take our Social Security. They're going to take everything that they can rip the public off, because they see themselves as it's absolutely essential that they maintain their illusion of control, that they maintain their power grid, so-called, and keep going the way things have been going for a long time, not upset the apple cart, not bring the positive changes that humanity, and I believe life itself, is crying out for. And that's why, again, and I will continue to put the blame and the responsibility where it belongs. It belongs on God. Sorry, Aristo, and sorry all of you that don't agree. God is the creator. God made us. We did not make ourselves. We are part of God. We are creators too. But our creation ability is limited because we've been brainwashed, we've been controlled, and we've had a system imposed upon us against our will and against our knowledge for the most part. But now that we're waking up, it's against our will. It's against my will, and it's against the will of many of us that are waking up. I watched the David Icke video last night in the meeting before I had the discussion with one of my friends. And David Icke was right on. We have to have an awakening. But again, he doesn't put it on God like I do. He puts it on us. Like we're supposed to take over the cabal and bring this power grid to naught when they're poisoning our air, poisoning our water, poisoning our food, poisoning our lives every way that they can think to do it, to limit our ability to rise up and take the world back from these crazy monsters that have run rampant and roughshod over the world for farther back than anybody has memory. We don't even remember how far back it goes. Again, Anastasia said it started about 10,000 years ago. Whether that's true or not, I have no idea. But I do know that the world is a mess. And it's a mess because the people that claim to be in charge, that claim to be calling the shots, that claim to be ruling the roost, these people are not people who have high intentions. Their intention is only to maintain their own control, their own fraud, their own ability to create an illusion of wealth. And money is not wealth, but that's what we have been led to believe it is. And they control the money, therefore they control the wealth, and they have the power to implement whatever they want. Now, do you want this system to continue like this? Do you want to live in a world that's run by demons and people that are only selfish and their motivation is only greed and lust for power and the need to control everything else and everyone else, whether they like it or not? And that's when I say they, whether we like it or not. I'm sorry, I'm tired of it. And it's time for something stronger than me. People say, why don't you do something, Ron? Why don't you do something? Well, I'm making videos every day. And I'm ready to not allow anybody else to make a video with me. Everybody. Because we've got to focus on what needs to be done. We can't keep having our focus diverted to something else that is not going to mean shit. It's not going to mean a hill of beans. We've got to get God somehow. We've got to get our Creator somehow to provide whatever is needed to shift things into a positive world. Now, there are signs that things are happening like that. I'm not going to deny that. I agree with my friend Steve. That's what he's telling me. You know, God has it under control. Well, it doesn't look like it's under control for those people like my cousin who just had both of her knees replaced. I mean, health issues after health issues. Why? Lifestyle? But who creates the lifestyle? You say we created ourselves. No, we don't. It's imposed on us from outside, and we don't know any better. And we're not taught that we have actual power to change anything. And those that do try to speak up and tell people that we have to do it, those like me that are trying to say, look, we've got to take this thing and we've got to bring it into control. We've got to turn it around. But I don't have the power to do that. And I've seen so many of the people that I've tried to align with over the years either turn out to be charlatans or themselves getting stopped by the system. Some are in jail. Some have been killed. My God, when is the God, the Creator, the real power, when is that Creator going to take responsibility for creation? It's not up to the brainwashed masses. We will wake up when they take out the charlatans, when the demons are subdued and brought under control, when they bind the devil for 1,000 years. Why would they do it just for 1,000 years? That's what it says in the Bible. Why just for 1,000 years? Bind the devil and throw away the key. Throw away the key. Do not allow negative influences to take over and brainwash if they don't keep the prime directive, which is free will. I'm sorry, people don't agree with that. Some of my friends don't agree with that. But without free will, nothing means anything. It means that you can be controlled. You can be coerced. You can be imprisoned, killed, whatever, and you have no say in it because there is no free will for you if you're speaking up, speaking out and speaking up about what's really going on in the world. Anyway, I see my time is just about up. So thank you for listening. Namaste.